Oh, hi everybody. Tony Sparrow here again from the Warren's Occult Museum in Ed's office. I'm wearing my Tony Soprano shirt, as my wife likes to call it today. She said, boy, you look like Tony Soprano in that shirt. I guess I kind of do, huh? It's like a real Italian type of a shirt. And I always liked the Sopranos. I don't know about you guys. I loved it. But one thing that stuck out in my mind since this virus has come out, it's, I think, kind of weird. Stuff comes to me, like I don't know why and how. But, you know, I'm watching TV and all I hear every few minutes is, we're all in this together. We're going to get through this together. We're all in this together about the virus, which I guess we are. But, you know, I remember a Sopranos episode with his mother, Tony Soprano's mother, in the first few episodes, and she was very sick. And typical Italian, even though she wasn't Italian, the actress wasn't Italian, Nancy, I forget her last name, but she played a great part. And at one point she looked at him and said, in the end, you die in your own arms. In the end, you die in your own arms. And you know what? She's right. In the end, you die in your own arms. And it doesn't sound very nice. But, you know, you always, of course, you're the one who has to go through that journey yourself alone. You go through that journey yourself. People are by your side when you pass, but then the journey begins. And you go by yourself. To where? Well, that's up to you. That's up to you. Do you want to go to heaven? Do you want to go to a good place? Do you want to go to a satisfying, enjoyable place that some people call nirvana? The most beautiful place that anybody can ever imagine, that's beyond description. Do you want to? Well, if you do, you can. It's not very hard to do. All you need to do is accept Jesus Christ as your Savior and Creator and abide by His laws and His rules. That's all you got to do. Sounds hard, or sounds easy actually, but it's hard to do exactly the right thing all the time. God knows, no pun intended, God knows I've failed quite a bit. But you know, it's not the failures that you should think about. It's the successes that you will have in life. And you will have those successes if you think in the right way, if you think positively. Ed was a positive thinker. Lorraine, very, very positive thinker. They got me to think positively. I remember Ed telling me one time when I was complaining I didn't have a lot of money. I still don't have a lot of money. But he was talking to me and I said, geez, you know, I wish I could buy a new Corvette. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. He said, you know, you're a lot better off than a lot of people are. Because there's people who don't know where the next meal's coming from. They don't know where they're going to sleep tonight. Be thankful, kid. He used to call me kid all the time. Be thankful, kid, for that food you have, for that place to stay and eat and live and sleep. Be thankful for what you got, not for what you don't have. And that's the problem that we seem to have, is that we're always thinking that someone else is better off. Someone has more. How come I don't have it? Why don't I have such and such? Why aren't I better looking? Why aren't I younger? Why aren't I more successful? It's your life. You make of it what you can and what you will. Everybody can be successful in their own right, in their own way. Everybody has something they do great, or are good at, or better at than others. You know, like I took Taekwondo and am taking Taekwondo since 2017 for over 3 years. When I was a kid, my brother and I wanted to be black belts in Taekwondo. So I was about 22, 23. My brother was 26, going on 27, when we signed up for a Taekwondo school in Manchester, Connecticut. It was a Korean Taekwondo. I believe it was WTF. I think. Maybe it wasn't. Now I can't remember. But we went for 3 weeks, and we were practicing, and felt we were pretty good. But after 3 weeks, my brother, I met him. I drove my car. He drove his own car. I met him at the Taekwondo studio, and he says, hey, I got a pull in my side here, and I wonder if it's from overtraining. I go, yeah, maybe. Ted, maybe it is. His name was Ted, and he said maybe I'll go to a doctor and he'll do something for me. So we went to a doctor. He got a cortisone shot from the doctor, and the next class he said, hey, isn't it like a muscle spasm supposed to go away after a while and get better? I go, yeah, Ted, why? He goes, this pain is worse. Well, little did I know, little did he know at that time that he had advanced liver cancer. And at that time, I didn't know it, but he only had 4 months to live. He went from about 275 pounds of muscle down to, I don't know, under 100 in 4 months. It was unbelievable. Probably the worst thing that I've encountered besides the death of my mom, who died right in front of me of a massive heart attack at 45 years old when I was about 17. And I tried to give her mouth-to-mouth in the kitchen floor, and I was alone with her, and she didn't make it. But, those things happen. You have to try to live with them, and for the longest time I had trouble living with them. But so the long story short is I quit Taekwondo immediately. I never went back. Well, early 2017, I was walking by with my wife in a strip mall, a store, and I just happened to glance up and I see these kids kicking and punching in Taekwondo outfits. My wife looks at me, she says, hey, you like that kind of stuff, why don't you go in and check it out? We just come out of a pub, we just ate. And I said, okay, well, let's go in. So I walked in, and I saw the instructor, Master Chris. He stopped, he said, welcome. He bowed to me, and I bowed back, and he explained it all to me. And I said, okay, I'd like to try a free trial. And I did. I went for the first class. Thought I was in pretty good shape at that time, but I found out quickly that I wasn't very good shape. The kids were running circles around me. But I got conditioned, And then I said to myself, maybe I can be a black belt. All these years later, at age 66, I was 66 at the time. And from age 23, then I started again at age 66. I kept going. It got tough. There was times when it was really rough, the training. Well, 3 years later, March 13th, Friday the 13th of March, 2020, I received my first Dan black belt in Taekwondo at age 69. Now, if I can do that, you can do it. If I can make success out of something that's difficult, so can you. My father taught me that you just keep on trying. Just keep on going. Move forward. Don't look back. You can't change what happened in the past. You did something wrong in the past, you can't change it. Ed used to tell me the same thing. Don't worry about yesterday. Let's worry about today and tomorrow. What are you going to do today? So that's been our philosophy, too, at New England Society for Psychic Research. I got a great team of guys and gals who help. I also have a bishop on board and a sister of the Mexican Catholic Church with me on board to help in these cases. You can do, ladies and gentlemen, anything you want to do. To the young kids out there, never give up. Winston Churchill attended a college presentation, graduation, way back, and he was the keynote speaker. So the people there expected him to get up and speak for like 45 minutes and, wow the crowd. You know what he did? He stood up when they introduced him. He looked at the crowd and he said, never give up. Never, ever give up. And then he turned around, walked back to his chair and sat down. But that's all he had to say to this college group of kids. Never give up. Your dreams are out there waiting, They're out there. And don't sweat the small stuff is a true statement. Don't sweat it. Because there's things out there that are much more important than your lost wallet or your lost iPhone or, not having enough money to buy something special or having a cold. All these little things, don't sweat them. Don't sweat these things. Don't have arguments with your spouse or your loved one that you know later you'll regret. So, just try to be the best you can be. Now, if you want to be a paranormal researcher, go for it. But learn all you can first. And what I mean by that is read. Read books like The Demonologist, which is probably spelled backwards, right? The Demonologist by Gerald Brittle, but it's the story of Ed and Lorraine Warren as told to Gerald Brittle. It has a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of good stories in here. They're not stories, they're cases. Conjuring book for Christmas. Amityville. The Annabelle doll is in here. West Point Military Academy. Your dreams are not just dreams, they're things that can come true. So make it happen. Just make it happen. I'm at the end of my life now. I'm not sick, but I could be. I'm 69, be 70 in like 6 months. So I'm near the end, right? But I'm going to enjoy every moment I have on this planet. And I'm going to thank God for giving me the day. Like every time when I wake up in the morning, I thank Him for waking me up, for letting me take that first breath. Because I know one day I won't be waking up. I won't take any breath. But I will be on a journey which I very truly believe where I will meet my mom, my dad, my brother, Ed, Lorraine, my relatives, my animals, all my animals that have died that I love so dearly, like my cats, my dogs, my dog Joey, who died last year, Border Collie, great dog. I think I'll see them all. That's my dream. That's my dream, and that's my hope. And I want it to be something that's going to happen for you guys, too. I want you all to be good as you can be. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world today, which is terrible. The virus. There's riots going on right now in the streets because of one guy. One guy who did something. I'm not going to get into details because you all know what I'm talking about. Love one another, ladies and gentlemen. Love one another. Why do you care about the color of someone's skin? Why? Why do you care about their religion, their nationality? Why do you care? God made us all the same, equal. 100% equal. There's no one who's beneath me. No one. Everyone watching me out there today is my equal. And they're your equals too. If you treat everybody the same, in other words, the way you want to be treated, the golden rule, this planet would be great. There'd be no more death, there'd be no more destruction, there'd be no more hatred, jealousy, envy. Don't envy what other people have, really don't. In the Jewish tradition, if a Jewish person is driving down the street towards their home and they see fire trucks, and they know a home is burning, as an example. Their religion doesn't allow them to hope it's not their house. Isn't that beautiful? Because if they hope it's not their house, then they hope it's their neighbor's house. That's not the right way to be. To hope bad for someone else, but not for you, then. Always hope good for everyone. So, with that, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go outside and try to enjoy this wonderful day. And even though we can't dine in, we can dine outside under tables in these restaurants. That's something my wife and I love to do is eat out, even though I love to cook, and I'm a pretty darn good cook. I got one comment. I know you say don't disregard the comments. I know. But I got one comment from a guy who says, he wrote, he goes, yeah, I know. You know more than we do. I got it. Well, if that's the way they want to think, I guess that's the way you think. But I do know more than most of you guys do. I'm an expert at it. So I guess I do know more than most. But he didn't have to say it that way, did he? People are unbelievable. But don't listen to other people. Listen to your heart. Listen to yourself. God knows your heart. He knows your truth. And you know your truth. Just try to be the best you can be. And try to continue watching my channel, and I'll continue trying to impart whatever knowledge I have and life experience that I have and have had and will have too, to you. And I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoy your lives and enjoy today. Enjoy today, because no one is promised tomorrow. Remember that. Ed used to say that to me all the time, Ed Warren. No one is promised tomorrow. No one. So enjoy today, and then look forward to tomorrow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching me. Stay safe.